NRL vids, 0 back here with another video today, and in today's video, this is my round 2 tips of the NRL 2021 season. So, look, obviously it was good to have some footy back, for the first time in a couple of months. Round 1, last week, and we're on to round 2 now, so I'm looking forward to most of the games, and yeah, I think it should be another good round of footy, hopefully. So, let's get into my tips. So the first game on Thursday night, Bankwest Stadium at 8 p.m. when the game starts. It's between the Eels and the Melbourne Storm. And look, just before I get into this, get into my tip for the Eels Storm game, I will be going to that game. So I'll be going to the Eels versus Storm game at Bankwest on Thursday night. I will make sure there's a game day vlog, so I'll be vlogging the match, and I know everyone likes a bit of game day vlog, so I'll be sure to record one. So yeah, I'm sure you'll be waiting for that one, so stay tuned for my game day vlog of the Eels versus Storm Bankwest. But yeah, let's get into the teams. So for the home side, the Eels at fullback, it's Clint Gutherson. The wingers are Micah Seaver and Blake Ferguson. The centres are Tom Opachik and Wagga Blake. The halves are Dylan Brown, Mitchell Moses. The props are Regan Campbell-Gillard and Junior Paulo. The hookers Reid Marnie. The back rows are Sean Lane, Ryan Madison, and lock is Nathan Brown. Then off the bench is Oregon Kafusi, Isaiah Papali'i, Will Smith, and Murad Niokora, and the coach Brad Arthur. And then for the Melbourne Storm, it's fullback Ryan Pappenhausen. The wingers George Jennings and Josh Adokar. The centres are Remus Smith and Justin Olam. The halves are Cameron Munster and Jerome Hughes. The props are Jesse Bromwich and Christian Welch. The hookers Brandon Smith. The back rows are Felice Kafusi and Kenny Bromwich, and lock Nelson Asafa Solomona. Then off the bench is Tyson Smoothie, Tui Kamika, Tom Eisenhuth, and Chris Lewis, and the coach is Craig Bellamy. So that's the teams right there for both Melbourne and the Storm, for both Storm and Eels, I'm supposed to say. Look, my tip for this game, I've got the Storm winning. Not a big win, but I think Storm will win 26 points to. I might go 26 points to 16. I think Storm will get the win by 10. And my first, not first try. I'll do that in the comment section down below. That's when I comment my first try and all that. So we'll leave it at that. So Storm to win 26 to 16 against the Eels. Now Friday night footy at the Central Coast. It's between the Warriors versus the Knights. 6 p.m. Friday. The team for the Warriors, fullback is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. The wingers are David Foster-Tua and Kemba Marlowe. The centres are Adam Pompey and Peter Hiku. So Adam Pompey is obviously going to play because of Ewan Aiken's ankle injury. The halves are Kane Nikorima and Chanel Harris-Savita. The props are Adam Fanua-Blake and Jermaine Tunua-Brown. The hookers Wade Egan. The back rows are Lycia Katoa and Bailey Sirinen and Lock Tahu Harris. And off the bench, it's Jazz Devaga, Ben Merck-Masila, Leeson Armia, and Bunty Afoa, and the coach, Nathan Brown. And then the Knights team is fullback Tex Hoy, wingers Starfield Toa and Hummel Hunt. The centres are Anari Tuala, Bradman Best. The halves are Kurt Mann, Mitchell Pearce. The props are David Clement, Daniel Saifidi, and hooker, Jay Brayley. The back rows are Tyson Brazil, Mitchell Barnett, and Connor Watson at lock. And off the bench, it's Suasa Sue, Jacob Saifidi, Josh King, and Brody Jones. And the coach is Adam O'Brien. So that's the teams right there for both Warriors and the Knights on this Friday night clash at the Central Coast Stadium. My tip for this game. Now, this game is pretty tough to pick because I think both teams came off pretty decent wins last week in round 1. Obviously, the Knights had a good win over Bulldogs and Warriors had a good win over the Titans. So, yeah, both good wins for both these clubs, last week. But for this game, I'll be tipping the Warriors to win. I think Warriors can actually get another win here. I feel like after last week, their defense and attack was actually really good. I think Warriors have a lot to show on this on Friday, and I think they'll be a little bit too good for the Knights. So I'm going to go the Warriors to win 22 points to 14. And yeah, that's what I'm going to go Warriors to win. So I feel like they're going to back up their good performance from last week. I like the Warriors actually in this one. And now the main game on at CBA Super Stadium on Friday night at 8 p.m. It's between the Titans and Broncos. So the team for the Titans is fullback AJ Brimson. The wingers are Anthony Don and Corey Thompson. The centres are Philip Sammy, who will replace the injured Brian Keeley in the centres. Philip Sammy, and the other centre is Patrick Herbert. The halves are Ash Taylor and Jamal Fogarty. The props are Malaki Fedawake and Jarrett Wallace. The hook is Mitch Rain. The back rows, my laptop just kind of froze there. Sorry about that, my bloody laptop. I apologise about that. My laptop is just going to load up soon. I don't know why I just crashed then, but yeah, I'll get it up eventually. But yeah, look, I think this will be a good game. I think obviously after last week the Broncos, they like to kind of play for a full 80 minutes. I mean, unlike last week against the Eels, they obviously play for mainly a good 60 minutes, and they obviously want to complete an 80-minute performance, and I feel like that they have a point to prove this week if they want to try and get the win over the Titans and possibly their first win of the year. Here we go, because I've got it up back now, but yeah, it should be a good game. So look, as I was saying, the back rows are Kevin Proctor and David Fafita, and Tino Fa'asua Malawi. And off the bench is Tyrone Peachy, Sam Lasone, Jermaine Jalif, and Aaron Clark. And the coach, it's Justin Holbrook. And then the Broncos team is fullback Jamal Sarko, wingers Xavier Coates and David Mead. The centres are Herbie Farnworth and Tessie New. The halves are Anthony Milford and Brody Croft. The props are Tavita Pangai Jr. and Thomas Flegler. The hooker is Jake Turpin. The back rows are Alex Glenn and John Ricky. And lock is Patrick Carrigan. Then off the bench is John Asiata, Reece Kennedy, Ethan Bullimore and Ben Teo. And the coach Kevin Walters. So same team as last week for Broncos. And the only change to the Titans after last week's match was Brian Kelly getting injured. So Philip Samuel replaces him in the centres. For this game, this is pretty tough to pick. I don't know who I'm picking actually. But I've got to pick somebody. And you know what? I think this week the Titans will win. I think Titans will get the win at home. Broncos actually have a good record at CMA Super Stadium, but I don't know. I just think the Titans will win from their home fans, and I just think that it's kind of a roll of the dice this game. But I think Titans will just get the win here. Probably only winning 18 points to 16. I think there'll be a tight clash, and I think that Titans will get the win 18 points to 16 over the Broncos. Now, Super Saturday kicks off at Bankwest Stadium between the Bulldogs and Panthers, 3 p.m. The Bulldogs team is fullback Corey Allen. The wingers are Nick Meaney and Dalmot Tenez-Lesniak. The centres are Will Hopewadi and Nick Kotrick. The halves are Jake Averillo and Kyle Flanagan. The props are Off Hickey Ogden and Jack Hetherington. The hookers Sione Katoa. The back rows are Adam Elliott and Raymond Mariner. And lock Josh Jackson. And off the bench it's the returning Jeremy Marshall-King from injury, Renato Fatoni, Corey Waddell and Dylan Napa. And the coach Trent Barrett. And then the Panthers team is fullback Dylan Edwards. The wingers are Charlie Staines and Brian Totter. The centres are Paul Momirovski and Stephen Crichton. The halves are Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary. The props are Moses Leota and James Fisher-Harris. The hookers are Api Korosia. And the back rows are Kivili Kikau and Kurt Capewell. The lock is Isaiah Yeo. And then off the bench it's Tyrone May, Spencer Linu, Matthew Eisenhuth, Liam Martin. And the coach Ivan Cleary. For this game, I think it's pretty much a one-sided game. I think Panthers will be way too good for the Bulldogs. I think Bulldogs will, put up a bit of a fight during the game, but I think Panthers have the better side. So I think the Panthers will win, 30 points to 16, and I think Panthers will be a little bit too good on Saturday. Now, at 5:30 p.m. at Lottoland, it's between the Seagulls and the Rabbitohs. My team Manly have to bounce back this week, but look, this should be a good game at Lottoland, and this is the team Manly have named for this clash against Rabbitohs. So at fullback Dylan Walker, the wingers Jason Saab and Ruben Garrick, the centres are Brad Parker and Moses Sully, the halves are Kieran Ford and Daly Cherry Evans, the props are Josh Allawai and Martin Tapau, the hooker is Lachlan Croker. Lachlan Croker, fucking idiot. Back rows are Andrew Davey. So the back rows are Andrew Davey and Curtis Sirenan. And lock is Jake Javoyevich. And off the bench it's Cade Cust, Jack Kavzeski, Sean Kepi and Tangel Paseka. And the coach Des Hasler. And the Rabbitohs team is fullback Latrell Mitchell. The wingers are Alex Johnson and Jackson Pulo. So Josh Mansell's been dropped. The centres are Dane Gagai and Campbell Graham. The halves are Cody Walker and Adam Reynolds. The props are Tom Burgess and Tavita Totola. The hookers Damien Cook. The back rows are Keon Kaloa Matangi and Jane Sewer and lock Cameron Murray. And off the bench it's Benji Marshall, Mark Nichols, Patrick Mago and Jai Arra and the coach Wayne Bennett. Now I'm very worried about this game. As a Manly fan, I'm very worried about this match against Rabbitohs. I think Rabbitohs can potentially put 50 on us, but I don't think that'll be the case, but wouldn't be surprised. For this game, I think Rabbitohs win and beat Manly 34 points to 18. I think Souths will be way too good for Manly, so I'm going to go Rabbitohs 34 points to 18. Got no hope in Manly, and that's my tip there. Now, the last game was Super Saturday. It's between the Cowboys and Dragons. So the Cowboys, at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. So yeah, Cowboys versus Dragons at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. 7:35 p.m. the game starts, and this is the Cowboys team. Their name for this week's clash. So fullback Scott Drinkwater, the wingers are Kyle Felt and Valentine Holmes. The centers are Esan Masters and Hamiso Tabuai Fidel. The halves are Michael Morgan and Jake Clifford. The props are Francis Moller and Jordan McLean. The hookers Reece Robson. The back rows are Mitchell Dunn and Cohen Hess. The lock is Jason Tamalolo. And off the bench it's Jake Granville, Josh Maguire, Corey Jensen and Ruben Cotter. And the coach Todd Payton. And then the Dragons team is at fullback Matt Duffy. The wingers are Cody Ramsey and Makala Ravalawa. The centers are Jack Bird and Zach Lomax. The halves are Corey Norman and Ben Hunt. The props, Blake Laurie and Paul Vaughan. The hookers Andrew McCulloch. The back rows are Josh Kerr and Tarek Sims, and lockers Tyrell Fui Mayono. And off the bench is Pawasa Famasili, Trent Merrin, Daniel Alvaro, and Brian Williami. And the coach is coach is Anthony Griffin. So that's his team right there for both Cowboys and Dragons. My tip for this game, I think this week the Cowboys will bounce back at home. I think, Cowboys being back at home, I think they'll be up for it, and I can see them winning this game 20 points to 12. I think they'll be a little bit too good for the Dragons, and yeah, I hope Dragons can turn up, but I think Cowboys will be a little bit too strong at home. Now, Sunday footy, it starts with the West Tigers and the Sydney Roosters at Campbelltown Stadium. At 4 p.m. when the game starts, so at Campbelltown Stadium, obviously, that's the West Tigers, other West Tigers home ground. So this is the West Tigers team for this Sunday against Roosters. So at fullback Dane Laurie, the wingers are David Nofaluma and Asu Keapoa. The centers are James Robertson, Joseph Leilua. The halves are Adam Dewey and Luke Brooks. The props are James Tamo and Joe Offahangawi. The hookers Jake Little. The back rows are Luciano Leilua and Luke Garner, and lock Alex Twell. And off the bench, it's Moses Zembai, Thomas Makale, Stefano Utukamanu, and Tommy Talau, and the coach, Michael Maguire. And then the Roosters team is fullback James Tedesco, wingers Daniel Tupou and Brett Morris, and the centers are Josh Morris and Joseph Manu. And the halves are Lachlan Lamb and Luke Keary. The props are Lindsay Collins and Siwa Takayaho. The hooker is Freddie Larsick, and the back rows Nat Butcher and Sitili Tupanua, and lock Isaac Liu. And then off the bench is Drew Hutchinson, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves, Fletcher Baker, and Daniel Saluka Fafita, and the coach Trent Robertson. For this game, I've got the Roosters winning pretty easily. I think Roosters will be a bit too strong for the Tigers. I think Roosters will win 36. Actually, you know what? Maybe Roosters 28 and Tigers 6. I think the Roosters will be a little bit too strong, so I think Roosters will beat Tigers 28 points to 6. So that's by 22 points. And yeah, look, I think Roosters will be a little bit too good on Sunday. Now, heading to this other match, it's the last one of round 2, and it's going to be played at the Star Jubilee Stadium at 6:15 p.m. The game kicks off between Sharks and Raiders. So this is the Sharks team. They've named at fullback William Kennedy. The wingers are Sian Katoa and Ronaldo Mulatalo. The centers are Josh Dugan and Mawini Harodi. The halves are Matt Boyle and Chad Townsend. The props are Brandon Hamlin-Ueli and Aaron Woods. And the hooker Blake Brayley. And the back rows are Brendan Decora and Wade Graham, and lock Toby Rudolph. And off the bench it's Connor Tracy, Aiden Tolman, Jack Williams, and Billy McGulis, and the coach John Morris. And then the Raiders team is fullback Chauncey Clockstad. The wingers are Bailey Simonson and John Rapana. The centers are Sebastian Chris and Curtis Scott. The halves are Jack White and George Williams. The props are Josh Papali and Dinama Salui. And the back rows are Hudson Young and Elliot Whitehead. And lock is Joseph Tarpany. And off the bench it's Saliva Havili, Ryan Sutton, Asia Soliola, Ryan James, and the coaches Ricky Stewart. Look, I think Sharks can potentially kind of play well for this game, kind of turn up against Raiders. I think Sharks have a little bit of a chance here, but I'd say Raiders have the stronger team, and I think Raiders will be the better team on the day as well. So I think Raiders will get the win. Probably, I think Raiders 24 and Sharks maybe 14. So for the Raiders 24, Sharks 14. And yeah, that's my tip for that game. So guys, that's my round 2 tips for 2021. Let me know your tips in the comment section down below. And yeah, hopefully enjoy the video and enjoy this round. Good luck to all your teams.